Vampires? The ginger gene is a curse. In conclusion, I will leave you with this. If you think that the ginger problem is not a serious one, think again.
Yo, what's happening everybody? Welcome back to another video. We did promise you this one, but just before we get into it, another disclaimer. I'm very proud of everybody that watched yesterday because there was no bullshit or hate going on, and I am very, very proud of you. So please keep it that way. If you want to whinge and moan, go fuck yourself. Alright? Now, back with me again today to discuss the England and France game is Mr. Barn in Effect.
Hello everybody, I hope everybody is well.
And today is going to be slightly different than yesterday because I spent the France and England game, England and France game, whichever way you want to call it, lying on a leather recliner in the cinema watching the Avengers. So we're going to rely on Barn for his knowledge of the game, and then we'll just make fun of things that happened because we've just found out something incredibly funny which we will get to in a few minutes. So yeah, what did you think, buddy?
I think it was a very good measured performance. I think both teams will be happy with the draw at the end of the day. It was a very slow paced game. The temperatures out there were hitting mid-30s apparently, so it was very slow paced. When people were making a run, they were taking a long time to recover afterwards. And
sounds like me every day.
I know, yeah. Exactly. But both sides had good amounts of possession early on. Both sides looked threatening, and Lescott scored a fantastic header from Steve Gerrard cross from the right hand side, and everything was looking good. Everything was looking rosy.
I presume it was a set piece and he hadn't just got lost and ended up in the box.
Oh, it was a certain set piece.
You see, I don't know why, but in your predictor video, I figured Gerrard would be the only one that would score for England because I figured it would be a reasonably quick counter-attack that they would score from, but that none of the strikers or front players would get it, and he would come trundling along into the box unmarked because he's arriving late and managed to bundle the ball into the net. But after I heard that Welbeck was starting instead of Carroll, I completely discounted England from set pieces for some reason. I have no idea why, because who was it that played? Terry and Lescott. They're both big lads.
Yeah.
And they both do get the odd goal here and there, you know?
Well, I totally agree with you about the Gerrard thing, because I was thinking exactly the same, is that I can't see the strikers really performing that well that they're going to break free and knock one in. Always, Gerrard's got the big experience in these kind of games now, and always seems to start off really well. He did it the same against the USA in the World Cup. Starting off the scoring for England. So I thought it would be the same kind of story today, but he was still immense. He's got his assist and leading the team as a captain does. So
I saw a comment that that this time around, because Gerrard has been captain for England before in Capello's fucking stupid auditions. Yeah. Do you remember the first few friendlies that Capello had, and he put the captaincy around Ferdinand, Terry, Gerrard, and I think did he give it to Rooney?
Rooney captained against Brazil, which was a bit of a baptism of fire, wasn't it?
Yeah, wasn't it just? But I think, and I do agree with the comments that I read in the papers today, that Gerrard has been actually made captain by merit this time, not because Terry's been stripped of it or Ferdinand's injured. He's actually the captain of the team, and he will thrive under that because he played his best football for Liverpool once he became the captain, because it gave him that sort of sense of urgency and purpose or something, or and importance maybe even.
Well, you've only got to look back at that 3-0 comeback in the European Cup final.
Yeah,
he dragged them through that and won that game on his own, more or less. I think.
Even if you go even further back, Liverpool were going out of the group stage until he hit a screamer from about 25 yards. I think it was against Copenhagen.
No beauty.
Exactly. It's one of those that just it makes you think, this is a guy for the big stage.
Absolutely.
And he's never really had the chance to be on the big stage with England, because every time they get to a tournament, like I said in your video as well, they mysteriously just become shite.
And the pressure gets to him, but it's all about the expectations, isn't it? Like, we're going to win, we're going to win. And the expectations against France and in the group stage, for me, is practically zero. I said in my predictor video, I couldn't see England winning. I think it was going to be a draw. And I said
There you
to
go.
prove me wrong. But yeah, that's exactly the result that I thought it was going to be.
By the way, you see, for your predictor videos, are your predictions counting? Because if you're going to sneak in here and steal this headset, there's going to be problems.
Yeah, I should win it right out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a damn good prediction. I don't know. I mean, I could actually see England going quite far in the tournament, depending on what. Because I mean, if you look at the Spain, Italy, and Croatia and Ireland group, I mean, either Spain or Italy are likely to not qualify now because Croatia beat Ireland and because they had a draw.
Well, yeah,
So
it's
you
going to
could
be
see
very
one
tight
of
for them,
those.
isn't it?
They're both going to have to beat Croatia, and obviously they're both going to beat Ireland. But the same could happen in the Germany group with the Germany, Portugal, Holland, and Denmark. I mean, all four of those teams are in the top 10 in the world, I think.
But
So like you're going to lose two big teams there. So people are going to push each other out, and England could be a dark horse and sneak through, especially if they play as well as what I've read. They didn't play great, but they defended really well. Apparently, they held France out. They kept them away.
it was fantastic defending, well organised and everything.
It's a very British thing as well. That kind of resolute.
Backs to the ball defending.
Yeah,
Scott Parker
we're not going to be moved kind of thing.
Absolutely run himself into the ground. But it'd be just like England to progress, become top of the group, and then play. Who's in the other group that we'd have to play?
Oh, I don't even know. I haven't even looked that far ahead. Listen, I'm supporting Ireland at this. I'm looking as far as their flight home.
Well, let's hope they pick up a couple of points at least. Let's get a couple of draws out of it, eh?
There's not a chance. Ireland aren't even going to see the ball against Spain. They're not even going to know there was a ball on the pitch.
Well, if they don't play a striker, it won't really matter, will it? They'll just have the ball for 90 minutes.
Yeah. I can't imagine Sean St. Ledger and the Irish midfield, Glenn Whelan and Keith Andrews against Xavi, Iniesta, Fabregas, Silva. Fuck, that's just going to be a nightmare. Yeah. But kind of digressing slightly because
I was just going to say, let's get back to England, because their next game's against Sweden, and I've only seen England beat Sweden once, and I think that was in a friendly, competitively. It's going to be a very tough game, and I can see another draw coming against Sweden.
Yeah, that's a very big possibility. And as I said, the video's just about to wrap up, but it is quite a possibility that they could get two draws and then have to win against the Ukraine in the last game, which would leave them in a kind of a dodgy position, because from what I hear, Shevchenko has managed to score 2 international goals again.
Well, let's hope that they get their 6 points. They're already qualified, and they rest all their star players against us.
Yes, well, that would be a thing. But anyway, just to round out the video, let's have a little chat, a very brief interlude about the couple of funny things that we were talking about just before we came on.
Yeah.
One of them, the first one, which
England's preparation for the game couldn't even be, it couldn't have been worse. Hodgson's backroom staff. Veteran Ray Clements had injured himself in the warm-up and had to be carried off.
I mean, how fantastic is that one of your coaches has to be stretchered off before the game starts? I mean, that's... If anything is going to lower your expectations in a tournament, it's that. I mean, your coach is even fucking going down injured. Never mind Terry or Ferdinand or somebody. Your fucking coaches are dropping like flies.
Absolutely. And final word for Oxlade-Chamberlain as well. He was really, really good. He impressed me again. Looks right at home in an England shirt, and there's big things for him in the future.
Absolutely, he plays with very little fear. He just gets the ball and he wants to go with it, it's a very refreshing thing to see. And hopefully Ireland will use the only other player that we have like that, which is James McLean. Neither of the two of them seem to think that anybody in the world can stop them, so they'll just get the ball, put the head down and go with it, and get the ball in the box. So let's hope that England manage to do something decent against Sweden. Keep that big-nosed fucker Ibrahimovic quiet, and they should be alright at that,
Yep. I mean, there's nothing to fear from them. They're not France, that's for sure.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
Yeah, is it a Bauga team? Let's put that to rest.
It could be. But anyway, listen, we're up on the 9.5 minutes here now, so thank you very much for joining me, and we shall have another chat on Thursday then, when Ireland get destroyed by Spain.
I shall look forward to it.
I don't. But anyway, listen, say your goodbyes, bud.
Take care, everybody.
All right, folks, listen, catch you on Thursday. Peace, love, and puppies.
If you smell what the Mac is cooking.